It's 6 a.m. The alarm goes off, you reach for your phone, and there it is. A direct deposit hits your account. For about 30 seconds, you feel genuine relief. Then the automated deductions begin. Rent takes a massive cut. The car payment fires off. Insurance auto-drafts. Within hours, a huge percentage of that deposit is gone before you even get out of bed. Behind those obvious bills, a second wave of extractions quietly empties the rest. Minimum payments on credit cards, forgotten monthly subscriptions, installments from buy now, pay later apps. You can pull down $70,000 or $80,000 a year, look completely successful on paper, and still hit zero by the end of the month. Millions of hardworking people blame themselves for this struggle, assuming they simply lack discipline. In reality, modern commerce relies on a highly optimized, invisible architecture designed to pull money out of your hands the moment it arrives. To stop running on this treadmill, we have to recognize the 3 hidden extraction points draining our accounts. Otherwise, working harder just means funneling more cash into the exact same trap. We spend over a decade in school learning algebra and history, but almost no time on budgeting, taxes, or interest. Most of us enter adulthood entirely blind to how financial mechanics actually operate. This lack of training makes us highly vulnerable to the first extraction point: normalized debt. Decades ago, financing was reserved for houses. Today, we finance the basic components of everyday life: phones, couches, vacations, and even takeout food. That normalization relies heavily on frictionless spending. When you physically hand over a $20 bill, your brain registers a small spike of psychological pain. Tapping a plastic card or double-clicking a phone button bypasses that defense mechanism entirely. The pain is delayed. This visualization represents a standard purchase, a $2,000 couch. Offering a low minimum monthly payment sets a mathematical trap. As the payment timeline stretches, compound interest quietly attaches itself until you slowly hand over $3,500 for that exact same couch. Multiply that hidden markup across cars, medical bills, and student loans. The average earner isn't actually paying to live their current life. They are trapped perpetually funding their past decisions. Eventually, you might get a promotion. Your salary jumps from $50,000 to $80,000. Logic says this should create $30,000 of breathing room. Instead, we experience lifestyle inflation. As the income bar rises, the expenses bar immediately scales up to match. This reflex is accelerated by social media algorithms, bombarding you with curated highlight reels, separating basic survival costs from what we call identity spending. You stop buying things because you need them to function, and start buying things to project a specific image of success to strangers. Designer clothes and luxury vehicles become necessary props to prove you're doing well. Prioritizing this outward illusion of wealth is exactly what keeps high earners secretly drowning. The system relies on our deep human need for status to ensure we spend every new dollar we make. Breaking out of this cycle requires a complete reversal of logic. Most people spend their entire lives trading their time for money. The wealthy, however, focus on engineering their money to work for them. Regaining control is deeply unglamorous. It means intentionally spending less than you earn. It means starving the banks of unnecessary interest payments and slowly building up cash reserves for emergencies. Actual wealth accumulation is rarely a sudden windfall. It is a slow, quiet process. It happens through small, consistent investments and repeated daily decisions that compound over decades. If you look closely, true wealth is usually quite ordinary. It doesn't look like flashy logos or massive car payments. It is discreet, contrasting sharply with the noisy, high-stress appearance of debt-fueled consumption. Real wealth bypasses the accumulation of luxury goods entirely. It provides the ultimate luxury of freedom. Freedom from late-night financial panic, freedom from owing banks, and freedom from the endless loop of the next paycheck. Your financial future is never determined by the size of a single direct deposit. It is built entirely on the structural habits you choose to repeat, month after month.